Moving into our sports segment for the week, NBA All-Star Weekend just happened this past weekend in Salt Lake City, Utah. A lot of celebrities were there. A lot of concerts happened, and of course, the best NBA players were there also. What were your biggest takeaways from the weekend, Leland?
Biggest takeaways from the weekend is
we go big picture first, and then maybe go smaller. Yeah.
Big picture is NBA ultimately needs to do a little bit of work.
Okay.
I think there's some work to be done on the NBA All-Star Weekend. I can speak for me, and I'm sure you too, and most people who are around our age and who seen the NBA All-Star Game of the '90s and the early 2000s, like, the All-Star Weekend was like, everybody was hyped for it. Dunk contest, all the players was in it, all the stars was in everything. Everything was star-studded the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And now it's just really not. It's kind of less than. I think the game wasn't like super competitive.
Mm-hmm.
The dunk contest was actually probably I think the dunk contest might be the biggest highlight of the weekend, which was surprising because it might be the worst. Like historically over the last like 5-6 years, it's probably been the worst part of the weekend. So the dunk contest was really good. The 3-point contest was solid. And the All-Star game was just all right to me, man. What about you?
I did like the weekend. One thing I know for me is I definitely got to at some point though get out there to the weekend, because to me I feel like the amount of stuff they have going on, it does seem really cool. You know what I'm saying? I know from us being at home wasn't all that necessarily, but I could imagine being there, running into a lot of people. It can be pretty cool, man. Even I saw like for the game on Sunday, they had who they had first. They had 21 Savage and Post Malone do the pre-concert, and then they had Burna Boy do halftime. Even just those three artists alone going to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you're getting a show like that on one day, like within 3-4 hours, like the pre-concert. It was like, yo, you get your money's worth, you know what I mean? I can't remember. I didn't watch everything on Saturday, but I'm sure they probably had different singers or other shows too, like that too. So I definitely want to get out there one time. I guess for me, the biggest highlight now has been the All-Star game itself. And I do think they kind of got to do something. I have some ideas too, man. Listen, Adam Silver hired me. I got ideas on how to fix the NBA. I love the NBA. I got some ideas how to fix the game.
Then what you say? You said you didn't want to give it for free because they might.
Okay, so I have bigger ideas too. I have ideas how to fix load management, but I guess I'll give the All-Star game ones for free. Tell me what you think about this too, Leland. I think they should do, to fix the All-Star game, they should do cash prizes for the winners. I've thought about that before, but then just this week I thought of this too. Fines for the losers. That pride and ego will come into place too. The pride and ego, even if it's listen, okay, 100,000 per person or something for the winning team, and then $10,000 fine or something for the losing team. And the stipulation has to be like you have to like send a check in yourself, or also going to be like you have to give the money out yourself, because sometimes people giving away money is not as bad as like losing some other amount of money. So I feel like just that little bit alone, what maybe incentivize guys like, hey, listen, this ain't nothing per se.
I think I feel what you're talking about. Like
you can adjust the amount. It may not be 100,000 and 10,000, but some sort of money. And then also I thought just this week, like, you know what, if you actually find these players too, I could imagine guys like, yo, listen, I ain't trying to lose, son.
I know, but all right. I feel you. But you gotta pump the brakes just a little bit, because keep in mind, bro, this is the All-Star game. Like, this is a privilege to be here. Like, you gotta get here and then you gotta show out, or else you're gonna get fined, or like, bruh.
Well, that's why I say something small still. So I'm thinking $10,000 fine. Every player that, especially the All-Star, should be able to have that joint. Should.
Hey, bro.
Well, that's what you should.
Bro, listen. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. I just want to be an All-Star. I wasn't trying to pay no check now. Come on.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing I'm thinking, though. The reason why I say you can find players is because there are also contract incentives for people to make All-Star games, All-NBA teams as well. There's certain, like this super max contracts in that they have, the max contracts. You can't get that unless you're hitting certain stipulations. Right. So if you're going to get the All-Star game and actually get it, also too, you can make money at the game through appearances as well that weekend. You can do autographs, current players as well, and they're really busy. Actually, that's another point. I heard JJ Redick talking about it. That's why maybe it's really tough, because he was talking about like when he goes, it's like start to finish, you're always busy doing something.
Yeah. It's not even about basketball. I mean,
Yeah,
I was telling Ashley because she was like, oh, like she was asking me about my fantasy league, and I said they
yeah.
actually merged the 2 weeks in the fantasy
I
league
saw that too. I
because
saw that.
they shortened the week. Like everybody stops playing basketball like Wednesday or something like that. Wednesday's like the last day.
Or Thursday before, and then they don't start again until this coming Thursday. So they got a week. They got a whole week
Yeah,
off.
so they get a break, and so people are looking forward to their families. They're looking forward to all kind of stuff. Like they're just not really focused on hooping, and it's evident in the
Well,
All-Star
see,
game.
that's what JJ Redick said too. So he said something like, basically because they had that pre-concert, he was talking about the amount of preparation time that players have, which is way shortened to before the game, the way they did the live draft and everything. So you can't even go through your normal routine that you would normally do in a regular game and get ready the same way. But I'm just thinking, if you want to bring up, it can be smaller, $5,000 fine, $25,000 for the win. It's something just to like. If I'm I'm still going to take it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going to.
No.
Yeah.
I don't. I feel your sentiment. I think you're onto something, like some way to incentivize and decentivize losing. I
Yeah.
just don't necessarily know that money is the one. I feel like, you know, I don't know, like, you know, they got like you're playing for these charities each quarter
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like maybe if they tied it into that somehow, where you like actually had to go or do something, or you know what I'm saying, or you didn't get to go and do something like that. Like it could. I like the idea of what you're talking about, like having something extra for each individual player or each team that will kind of give
Yeah.
them some sense of like pride of accomplishment. I just don't think money will do it because there's too many scales. Because like, bro, LeBron and
For sure.
Sabonis, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
or Pascal Siakam and LeBron, like, bro, what will actually affect LeBron's pocket and what will actually affect
For
his
sure.
pocket could be completely different, and that's going to be a very messy. That's going to be very messy, bro. That's going
Well,
to get
that's why
messy
I'm
quick.
thinking that, okay, because I think even like a technical foul is over 10,000 or something. Like either a technical foul or ejection. When you get ejected from a game, costs you more than 10,000 for sure. Probably ejection is like 1,200. Even like the little comments when sometimes they have the tampering comments, like Draymond
Yeah,
Green had a few years ago, that'd be over $10,000 as well. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about nothing. I'm talking about something within line. And then I think if you had them like, yo, you have to send us this by this date, so that way they have to remember to do it. And it's like, bruh, it'd be more than just, hey, your next check is minus 10,000. If you make it, your next check's about to be 2.8 million or something, and you 10,000
right.
you know. But it's like, nah, you got to send this off to us by 30 days. After 30 days, there's a penalty like regular bill and whatnot, you know. I just think
Yeah,
something like that, because I don't know, man. I don't know how else to get the guys to play hard, because even Mike Malone for the All-Star game, he was talking about how that might have been the worst game he ever saw. And I was like, yo, if I were that coach, because, you know, I was pulling for Team LeBron, of course, even though LeBron didn't play the second half because of injury. I'm like, yo, somebody on this bench gotta want it out here. I will take Joel Embiid out the game. I will take one of these bigger names. If De'Aaron Fox, you gonna get in there and like, yo, I would be coaching them like, yo, like, let's try to do something. If I see you out there and you ain't playing D, like, I would have took that
yeah,
approach. You know what I'm saying? So to me, for even Mike Malone to say it after, it's like, we got 12 people on the roster. Ain't not one person, even the little man in the back, you know what I'm saying? The lesser known all-star, you ain't trying to get
yeah,
out there and do something?
bro. I think the hard part is, man, is like players understand that it's possible to get hurt, man. And nobody wants to get hurt on the All-Star game. So nobody's really trying to like play tough. And, you know, like, bro, imagine this, right? You're
Yeah.
the Boston Celtics
Yeah.
and Jason Tatum
You heard
gets
out
hurt
there?
in the All-Star game
Yeah.
because somebody is trying to prove a point because they money on the line.
Yeah.
You see
No,
what I'm
that's tough.
saying? Like that's a whole nother situation. Like, yo, hey, bro, look, I ain't got that 10,000 to give. Jason Tatum gonna get knocked out today. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
that's just crazy, dog. Like, so I think it's a conundrum for sure. I don't know the answer to the question, like the answer to the solution, but I
Well,
think
I'm thinking this too, because I had some other thoughts too. Well, go ahead, continue.
I don't know if I didn't actually watch it, which is kind of weird, but I didn't watch the live draft. Did you watch that portion?
I didn't watch it live. I watched it like on YouTube afterwards. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how that went. It didn't seem like it.
But they drafted reverse order to help the last person. However, what I told you kind of was gonna happen. I think JJJ was the last pick of the reserves, and then the last pick of the first one was Laurie Markkinen. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think Laurie Marketing was it was between Laurie and Jokic. Actually, the last two are the starters chosen. And
Yeah.
Jokic, I thought Jokic was funny too because you saw him, he got up and just kind of tapped LeBron. But then I didn't like what he said afterwards. He said somehow he thought he was the last pick. And I'm like, dude, how, y'all sitting on stage, you didn't see the guy standing beside you. But I thought it was funny, him like, nah, dog, you really got, like, choose me over this guy. That's what I thought because he came up and tapped LeBron. Like LeBron didn't get to say that it was just two people left. He came up, he was like smiling, looking at him, and he just like tapped him on the shoulder, and it kind of
Yeah.
he walked over to him. Yo, because low key, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pick Jokic, but you know, I don't know, man. But why guys used to play back in the day, man? Why guys used to play
It's
back
the
in the day?
same reason, bro. Listen. I was telling Ashley about this. I was telling my dad about this.
Okay.
I said, this is the issue.
Okay.
It's a society issue.
I think
And as a society right now, it's like everybody is trying to be cool. Ain't nobody trying to be a meme. Like, so everybody, it's just, you just get this sense that everybody's trying to be cool. That's why nobody plays in the dunk contest, because they don't want to look foolish. They don't want to be meme. They don't want to be out there crazy. They don't want to hurt their brands. So everybody, even the people that were in the dunk contest, except for the one guy, like everybody was just like, oh, like, you know, they weren't even jumping hard. Like I was watching that, I'm like, bro, the dude's not even trying. Even in 3-point contest, like if you not all the players in 3-point contest, but you'll catch a couple of dudes and like, oh no, I gotta, like they make their form, they trying to get their form right, they trying to jog, they running out of time because they just trying to be cool. I think the same thing is happening in the All-Star game. I think it's just this culture of like, yo, like I'm not going hard. Like I'm not going hard. Like the Russell Westbrooks and the Kobe Bryants, like the people that are just like, I will take this competition no matter how I get it.
Yeah.
I think that's phasing out with like society right now, bro. I just don't think people care that much for every little thing to be super competitive and put 1,000% in it, bro.
Now, I think that's true, 100%, definitely with the dunk contest, and I can see it with the All-Star game too, because it's like you ain't trying to get crossed up. Like Kyrie dropped. Who was that? Brandon Jennings? Not Brandon.
Yeah.
Jennings. Who was that guy? He played at Kentucky. I got his face I remember his face, but he
John
dropped
Wall.
It wasn't John Wall. It was another guy from Kentucky. Oh, man, what's the guy's name? I'm literally picturing it.
In the All-Star game?
No, rookie sophomore. The rookie sophomore, he dropped the guy and then crossed him up and then did like a little walking back. He the same guy that got dunked on by DeAndre Jordan. Who is that? DeAndre Jordan, we dunked on him and he
Brandon
something. Yeah. Anyways, that guy. That
it
guy.
Don't matter.
Yeah, I got his face in my mind. He played at Kentucky. I know that much. But yeah, so nobody trying to get crossed up, things like that. But I also think one other thing that's happening too, bro. I think in society now that we talk about the ring culture so much, I think for a lot of guys, and I don't subscribe to this, but it's like, yo, championship or bust. So in the same way with the Celtics, it's like, bruh, if you talk about the Celtics and Jason Tatum getting hurt, it's like, man, it almost has gotten to like, if we don't win, people think the season was a bust. You know what I mean? Like, it don't matter. That's why that's a huge part of the reason load management is happening, because like, bruh, these regular season games, forget all this stuff, forget seeding. Let's just get to the end. Where to me, I do think that the players should have responsibility to the fans. Like I said, I love the NBA. You love the NBA. You don't want to see it just be like, oh, guys aren't playing. Even like, I mean, people talk about people going to the stadium and paying their money and stuff like that. But even watching, you want to see like your favorite players watching. Or even do, like I said, playing fantasy now. This has really opened my eyes, and that's when I was thinking about different ways to help fix this. And I do have some ways, Adam Silver, if you see this, some suggestions at least on ideas. But yeah, it's like, bro, you want to see your players play and stuff like that. And I think that as a society, with the ring culture, count the rings, like people don't value like Eastern Conference Championship, Western Conference Championship. I got to the West Conference Finals. I made it to the NBA Finals. I remember Jalen Rose said something about that like years ago. He used to say, yo, man, teams get banners for that. Unless you like the Lakers or the Celtics, if you're like any other team, you win your division, even if division ain't that big, you win your division, that's big. Hey, you make the playoffs. Some teams are typing that. You make the finals, you get the Eastern Conference champ banner, you know what I'm saying? Western Conference champ banner. And now they give out the awards now. They added more awards. So now you get the Western Conference Finals or Western Conference Finals MVP. Eastern Conference Finals MVP. You see what I'm saying?
That's I like that, the Larry Bird and the Magic Johnson trophy.
Yeah. They wrote out all the awards this year.
That was dope.
Yeah, it's cool, man. So my thing is like, we need to also value parts of the process and respect guys, because just because you don't win a chip, it ain't like you had a bad year or like, you got to look at things within the context. You see what I'm saying? So now teams, especially I'm thinking about the Clippers, because like we haven't really seen the Clippers. I mean, they've had some full strength, but even this season, Kawhi, Paul George have missed a lot of games and stuff like that. And it's just like, hey, it's just about the finals and stuff like that. But to me, if you're consistently good, and even if you don't win a chip per se, I can't look depending on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a nuanced conversation, but like you can still say, yo, man, this was a great team here. I don't look at that Clippers team as currently stands as a great team. You know what I mean? But if they had even if they had won a chip and they had multiple Western Conference Finals and NBA Finals, you can look back in history like, nah, yo, that Clippers team, they were some dogs, and they didn't win.
What about the Lob City Clippers team?
Even the Lob City Clippers, I feel like they had more success than this version of the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like with now, this one might be better, on paper at least. But I think of that Lob City team as like, bro, that was a really good team in a good era because you saw.
I mean, they underperformed, sure,
but they also had much more playoff runs. I feel like they had, I think, top 1, 2, or 3 seed in the West at least 1 or 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So you saw them much more than I've got to see Kawhi and Paul George play. And even now, bro, it's been like 4 years of Kawhi, or at least 3 or 4 years of Kawhi and Paul George, just like their 4th season together, dog. But they played so few games in the regular season. They fizzled out, I guess, in a bubble in the playoffs that year.
Right.
Did have on here ways to improve the All-Star game. So we kind of already talked about some of those things. But any thoughts on the game itself then? Like, did you see the highlights, bro? Or it ain't even nothing really worth discussing to you? What you think?
I mean, the game itself, it was whatever, right? I mean, Jason Tatum went off. It's not like I was surprised. Yeah. I mean, nobody played no defense. The most surprising thing was Dame and them half-court shots. Them joints.
That first half-court he hit, because I knew he hit one a little bit before half-court. Or maybe the second one. Maybe the second one was behind half-court. I was like,
no, it was the first one. It's the first one he pulled up. It was like, bro, I've never seen anyone shoot a half-court shot so effortlessly and switch it like he knew I was going. Like he like a free throw.
But hold on, didn't we talk about this maybe a few episodes back when I said to me, Steph Curry's the best shooter ever, but from distance shooter, give me Dame? Don't you remember when I said that? Was that here or somewhere else maybe?
I don't know, maybe somewhere else, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. You talking about like,
from distance, like from really far away, Dame.
From really far away, yeah. I mean, Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, but if I need a bucket, there's not too many players that's ever played the game that I'm gonna want more than Dame.
That's for sure. He for sure clutch, man. He for sure
clutch. Just give me a bucket, like, bro. Anywhere on the court, bro, shoot the ball from the other opposing court free throw line, and it's crazy.
Now Dame clutch, man. And speaking of too, he also won the 3-point contest. You had that one right.
Let's go.
Hield. I said Buddy Hield. But yo, speaking of too, they had that distance shot. I don't know if they've always had that one, but that little further than longer shot was worth 3 points. And I know his last round, he made both of those. So he has 6 points off those 2 shots. So with that little distance shot, like I said, to me, Dame has got the most range.
It don't make no sense. I heard him. I like when Melo played for the Blazers, I was pretty much a Blazer fan. So I was watching a lot of their games, and he was saying like, him and his trainer, like they train on that. Like they shoot a lot of shots from distance. Like,
that far?
Logo, like you can tell because his form is so good. You know what I'm saying? Like most people are like heaving it. They got to get their legs. I mean, my man is
regular.
Like just breaking straight up and down.
6'3", 6'2". You know what I'm saying? So they're like a super big guy shooting them just from that far.
That's a lot of strength and control, man. So he got to be practicing it. It's crazy too.
Oh yeah, definitely, bro. That Dame is like that, man, for sure. Super clutch. Now got 3-point contest to his name. Real quickly here, Mclung did win the dunk contest. I thought he dunked some smooth though. The others not so much. Even they were generous. I saw some of the scores they were giving out. God did a basic. What dunk did he do? He did a basic joint, like a 49.2 average.
Yeah, that was too high. Way too high.
I was like, what? That joint was like a 38. It was like a regular dunk. You got to be realistic. See, these guys, another idea to fix the All-Star contest. Let me come in there, Johnson, and judge it. I'm going to judge it fair. I ain't got no relationship.
Let you come in there and do what?
And judge it. I'm going to give it fair. No, you thought I was going to say, get to come in there and dunk? Heck, nah, bro, I can't.
No, it's like, bro, what are you about to do, Zach?
I'm going to come in there and judge fair. them dunks they was giving out 50s for, not all. Mclung, he did deserve it because they were smooth. I feel like in slow-mo, some of them.
Bro, these guys, they had a table full of Hall of Fame NBA players, and Avery's like, let me come in there and it's like,
yo, they not keeping it real. It's the same way. Well, Aaron Gordon jumped over Taco Fall. D-Wade gave him.
Bro, don't talk about Aaron Gordon, bro. That's got to be the biggest robbery in NBA history, man.
Bro,
they robbed this man 2 times. I was like, yo, y'all gotta be kidding. I mean, bro, people was about to.
To me, Aaron Gordon, the greatest slam dunk contest participant of all time. So I mean, he got 0 titles, but to me, he number 1, son. Hit the creativity. He got, bro. Look, pull up your favorite place, your favorite dunker, and put them just side by side to what Aaron Gordon was doing, son.
Nah, Aaron Gordon. No. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Top tier. I mean, like if you say his dunks, he had multiple that was crazy, not just one. If you say if his catalog of dunks are the greatest we've ever seen in a dunk contest,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna say he's the greatest dunk contest because it's that same argument where you're talking about impact, like the Vince Carters, the Dominique Wilkins, the Michael Jordans, like they make the dunk contest. So like.
Yeah, but yo, bro, you watch that, even that Dominique versus Jordan, one of them just I seen, I was like, these shots, they smooth. It's like this, like, yo, Jordan dunked from the free throw line, right? Levine in that dunk contest against Gordon went between the legs from the free throw line. You know, it's different, son. It's different.
I mean, it's just a different time. Like, it's hard to compare it. That's what I'm saying. You got to compare like the impact that it had in the moment, the intrigue. I remember that Vince Carter dunk contest. Like I was watching it live in my living room. And I was a little kid. I was probably like 9 years old. I'm looking around like, yo, that's crazy. Like that, it shook like the world. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's hard to compare that to Aaron Gordon. While like I said, while he did some crazy things.
Right. Yo, even the hoverboard joint with the little
No, that might be the best dunk he ever did. Cause you know the time of that, like the dude was spinning up.
One take, too. We saw Nate Robinson go mad takes to make his dunk. My boy can't do the little hood. You know, come on, son. That was cold. Bro, to me, I always like the 2 dunks I always like. So if you remember like NBA 2K, not 2K, sorry. NBA Live, they had a little dunk contest. To me, 2 dunks I always like was the little dunk where you do like this and dunk it. I was like, oh, that junk kind of cold. When
that's the weakest joint, bro.
To me, those are some personal favorites. And also, to me, the under the legs dunk.
Both legs. When
Gordon grabbed that ball, put under the, come on, son. Come on.
That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy.
You give me those 2 joints, bro? Come on, son. For the dunk off, he jumped over Taco Fall. People jump over 6'3" guys, 6'7". My boy said, yo, give me that, because remember with that dunk off against, I think, Derek Williams. Man, give me the tallest guy in this whole building, son. Come up here, son. I'm jumping. Like, come on, bro. To me, like I say, I get your argument with maybe saying maybe not the greatest, but to me, he's had the best dunk. So that's why I would put him.
No. He's definitely had the most creative, most impressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Be in a dunk contest, and especially the catalog, because he did it for like three times or something like
that. 3
times,
got robbed at least 2 of them, man. At least probably all 3.
Every single one of them, bro. He should have literally, bro. There's not too many things in the sports world that like make me crawl, like make my skin crawl, son. Yeah. What they did to Aaron Gordon was like this dude literally was like the last time he didn't win it, he was just like, yo, that's it. That's all I got. Like I didn't give all, like he gave the world the best show in the world, but he didn't win. That's crazy, son.
Crazy. You know, I was thinking too, I don't know if there's a name for the slam dunk contest. I don't know if there's an award for the trophy. If so, but I can see Vince Carter. It's either like him or VC to me. For these are
gonna make it Aaron Gordon. He never won.
No, it's so great. He never won, but like, bro, in retrospect, like, bro,
that is literally the only thing that they could do to like rectify it.
You know what I'm saying? It's something like, bro,
that's the only thing that they could do to like really like soothe how wild they did them, bro.
And I know I think the contest, one of the ones against Levine was kind of going after him doing the same dunks. To me, I can't give you the same score. If you come and do the same dunk he just did, you gonna get a couple points lower. If it's out of 50, you do the same dunk, he got a 50, 44. You know what I mean?
All right, so let's see this though, bro.
What's up?
how impressed were you about Matt McClung dunks?
They was clean for sure, man. They was clean.
Give me a
sure.
rating out of 10, bro.
At least a 9.
If Aaron Gordon is your 10, where's this guy at?
I mean, he didn't miss any. 3 of them was clean, bro. I feel like, to me also, I don't think they look as great in slow-mo as they did live. That makes sense. Where to me, Aaron Gordon's look like the same or crazier maybe with the slow-mo. You know what I'm saying? So, like when he did a little like, you know, that joint was cold, but I feel like in slow-mo it didn't quite look the same. Hitting off the backboard, it just didn't quite look the same. Slow-mo. Live, it was crazy. Even as what he did, a 520 or 540, that joint was clean. But then in slow-mo, it just didn't look as nice. That's the only reason I'm giving it a 9. But he definitely deserved to win. I mean, a few of those I probably would have given 52 for sure.
I was impressed, bro. I feel like everything he did, like I knew it when he did it. First of all, I knew when he did his first dunk, I was like, oh, he's coming back next year. Like they're gonna sign him to another 2-way contract at the bare minimum just to get him in this dunk contest because he's about to save it. And mainly because he had nothing to lose, bro. He wasn't trying to be too cool.
But the thing is, not only had
looked like
he had everything in the game. He literally
he looked like he worked at H&R Block and he just laced up his kicks today.
Look, bro, listen, the thing is with him too, not only did he have nothing to lose, he had like everything in the game. Like, bro,
everything.
Like you might can solidify a spot in this roster on the NBA off just this dunk contest, where if not, maybe in 2 years you out of the league forever. You know what I'm saying?
Like Adam Silver will literally pay some NBA team to put this guy on the roster so he can get in the dunk contest. Like he literally saved it by himself.
I think also too, just in general, the teams will probably show up like the Sixers. He probably with the Sixers the rest of this year. I think just teams, even not even Adam Silver, teams will show him some love from what he did. Like, all right, this guy, he a high flyer. You know,
he ain't gonna get no burn except for garbage time. But hey,
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying he'd still be on a roster. You know what I mean?
No, but what I'm saying, he can get burned in garbage time, like super garbage time. Like, yo, the game's over. It's a blowout, sure. And it's good for the morale and the team and the fans. Yeah. You go out there and get an alley-oop dunk. Now, at the bare minimum, they're like, yo, Matt McClung's at it again. He was playing last night for the Sixers.
He bought himself a couple years in this league for sure. At least 2 years.
Oh, for sure. At least two
years in the league, he bought himself off that dunk contest, bro.
At least 2 paychecks, bro. That's what you talk about. Like when you talking about somebody performing,
yeah,
like you taking your opportunity and maximizing it. Yeah, that is it, bro. That was his opportunity of a lifetime, man.
You saw also when he had a little thing, but also, have you ever seen his videos before? I've been seeing this guy for years, like on House of Highlights, Overtime. I had seen him a while from like because you know now they show all the high school players. So and he played at Georgetown. Didn't see the Georgetown highlights except for like a few times he made Sports Center top 10 and whatnot. But I had seen him before, man. But did you saw the little wind up he did before one of the dunks where he like dribble between the legs behind the back? I said, oh, my boy feeling himself.
Oh no. Yeah, I definitely see that. He was like, you know, he just, listen. Salute to that dude, bro. Like
you gotta come with the heat after that too. You can't do all that.
And he killed it. That's what's so crazy. He did that and then did the 540 joint.
That probably was his best one too, because I think he 540 and reverse windmilled it too. Like, right? It was a 540 plus a.
Bro, that joint was crazy. I mean, the swag, the like he just came in and did his thing, and he was confident about it, and he didn't care, and he tried. I mean, like, yo, dude killed it. I mean, it was not even close to me. How it was so wild how close it was. I was like, bro, you crazy.
Yeah, so he won by
bro, that last dunk, he had to get a 50 to win.
He had to, bro. Yeah. Yo, you know what's crazy? Bro. That could have been another chance of somebody else getting robbed. See, he did all this throughout. He slipped up his last dunk kind of man. It's like, oh, this other guy like,
bro.
He had to get a 50. That's great. He literally did have to get a 50 after doing all that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, yeah, 48.9. Like, you got to get a 50 to win, bro. That's crazy, man.
Yo, I'm done with the Adam Silver. I can judge. I'm gonna keep it real, saying, listen, especially because they don't have no the judges don't do nothing else except just vote. It ain't like they got giving a commentary. That's Shaq and Ernie them. You know what I'm saying? I can literally just give it fair. Like, all right, listen. You know what I mean? I keep it fair, man. So that's cool, man. That's cool, man.